Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm actually going to start off with a little bit of a story. I'm going to talk to you about a zoo trip that I made today, so I'm going to give out some codes while I'm doing that, and then we'll go into a few things that I bought. Very cool collection editions for me, and then we're going to open up a lot of packs, so this may end up turning into a longer type video. But today I took about half a day off. I went to Zootastic. So Zootastic is kind of like a zoo. It doesn't have like your elephants or your rhinos or anything like that, but it does have some cool stuff. It does have tigers and lions, kangaroos, camels, zebras. It does have a cheetah, some leopards, and some other things like that. Lots of monkeys, and honestly, I just really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a cheap kind of deal. Like, we paid $12 a piece to get in as adults, and we spent half the day there. I mean, it's a lot of acreage. They actually have a 3-mile safari ride where you can just basically you hop into like a hayride type deal, like a wagon being pulled behind a tractor, and they make a couple stops. You feed the animals; they come right up to you. I'm talking about like literally bulls coming up to you, and you can grab their horns. I mean, giant, bulls. You've got lots of deer, emu, all kinds of llamas, alpacas, that kind of stuff. It's just a fun experience. Like, you get to be really up close and personal. And then after that ride, probably my favorite part was the kangaroos. I mean, you're talking about an animal that's, it's native to Australia, and that's it. But, he's sitting here in this, it's fenced in. And the fence is about waist high. Like, he would have no problem jumping over this fence. But the whole time we're walking around on the paths, I mean, there's animals all over the place. I mean, there's all kinds of birds and chickens and turkeys and can't even think of the peacocks. They're just all over the place. I mean, at any given point, I mean, you could have some of those come up right up to you. But, I just lean over the fence and I'm petting this kangaroo, like it's nothing. He leans back, he's all chill. He puts both of his arms, like he crosses it over my forearm. And so I'm just sitting there like scratching his neck. He's leaned back all cool. Like, I mean, it reminded me of that movie with, I can't even remember. They did some kind of kangaroo movie a little while back. I believe the dude's name was Jack. And I don't know, it was almost surreal. Just, I've done this many times before. Zootastic, I haven't done as much there. I used to go to this place called Buffalo Bill's, but it was fun. Just looking around, I was thinking to myself, places like this are probably going to die out. I went to another part, and it's got this giant giraffe. I'm talking, he's 14 foot tall, and his head, is leaned over into a breezeway, and you can literally sit there and hug on this giraffe's neck. You don't have a crazy line because, I mean, it's kind of out in the sticks. This giraffe, its neck probably weighs 3 times as much as I do altogether. It's sticking out its huge tongue. You can feed it carrots. My kids are sitting there putting their arms around an animal that's only in Africa, or native to Africa. So I just had a lot of fun, and it was an eye opener for me, to how blessed we are in a location where something like that can still exist. There was another place called Buffalo Bill's that I mentioned. We used to buy burnt bread, and what we would do is we'd get it would use about 50-pound bags we'd get from the local bakery, and they would sell it to you for like $3. We'd get 4 or 5 of those things, take a wagon with us, and we'd pull it around. I mean, we would feed like half of a loaf of bread at once to these camels. They had the fainting goats all over the place. They had zebras. They had the water buffalo. They had regular buffalo. They had giraffes of their own. I mean, it was just a really cool experience because you get to be very hands-on. You don't have to deal with the crowd. You've got a lot of space. It's cheap. Like, it costs almost nothing. And you get to make those memories with your family. So I hope that you guys get to experience that kind of stuff where you're at. And if you don't, and you're traveling around and you see something like that, don't discount a zoo just because it's not a big name zoo in a city somewhere, because it might actually work out in your favor where it's cheaper and you get to experience a lot of stuff that you probably wouldn't unless you paid out a lot of money. Alright, so that's enough of story time. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys didn't mind me sharing that with you. I'm going to get into 2 cards that I bought. I actually bought these a few weeks back. I got these from PWCC Auctions. This is a Ninetales Mint 9 Shadowless, and that's right, it's no damage. There's no 80 damage right here. This is the one that we've been chasing in the theme decks, And for me, I used to have a 9. I sold it away with a lot of other stuff, and I haven't had a 9 since then. So I was happy to get this one back into my collection. For those of you who are wondering, I do believe there is a 10 out there that sold for $6,500 back in the day, which was a lot back in the day. I actually paid over $8,000 for this 9 now. I have no idea where the 10 would sell. It wouldn't surprise me that if it did ever pop up, it would bring 6 figures. That's pure speculation. Nothing out there to prove that point other than I know of a lot of people who are wanting the 10, and I don't even know what I would pay. Right now I wouldn't, because I don't have that much money just set aside for that card, but I was happy to get the 9. And for those of you who want to know, the condition is strong on it. I'd love to see the 10 and compare the condition of my 9 to their 10 and just see where it's at. Next up, I did finish base set first edition finally in PSA 10. So this was the last card that I needed. A lot of you guys knew about it. And yeah, I finally got it. It is a 2 million cert. I know that worries some of you. Just because something is in the 2 million certs doesn't mean that the 10 is weak. It just means that it may have a less consistency at the 10 grade. So you want to check condition, but you always want to check condition. Even if it's in the 40 million and the 50 million cert numbers, look at the card. I do believe that PSA is getting more and more consistent. With them adding new graders, that's a whole other topic, whether or not they're going to be that way in the future. But then, they've got the AI stuff coming in as well. But with this particular card, I was very satisfied with the condition. I'm putting that ring light on it. Do you guys see any print lines? I don't. You look here on the back side, the condition looks great. And I was very happy with it. It's definitely not... I wouldn't crack it out and try to regrade it because, any WotC Holo getting a 10 now is just, it's almost unheard of. But this right here, I believe somebody did pull out of a pack and they probably just sent it in and got it graded. The centering isn't, 100% perfect, but it's well within the limitation. You can see it's a little thinner on this side versus that side, but I'm 100% happy with this card. I got that off of PWCC. It was a public auction that I think it was like $27,000, which ended up being actually about $10,000 less than what I bid, or I lost a bid on one for back in late last year, 2020. So saved a little bit of money, having lost that previous one. Alright, next up we are going to start opening up booster packs. Now, a lot of you have been waiting on that. So this first one is for Chibi Espion. I believe he said this was his Instagram. Maybe he said it was YouTube. Oh, man, I wish I'd written that down. Just check both of them. But he's actually hoping for an Umbreon, Espion, or Suicune. And you asked me about PSA grading. I do not grade PSA, or I do not offer PSA grading services or any grading services anymore. But even if I did, PSA shut down right now. So they're shut down for most all of the relevant services. You would have to pay at least $300, per card to get it graded right now. All right, so let's go ahead and open up his booster pack and see what he gets. Umbreon, Espion, or Suicune. That's what he's hoping for. Hope I don't forget, because the front card, this should be where the holo is. When I'm recording this, there are 6 packs left. These have been really consistent sellers, and I can see why. It's a nice set. Got a lot going on. Catnia, Ralts, Geodude, Mysterious Fossil, got Baltoy, Ammonite. Oh, I forgot about that. And you got a Lightning Energy. Man, we've been pretty lucky with this swirl being visible on a lot of these energies. So congrats on the Lightning Energy. And then you got a Torkoal. So that's a Team Magma's Torkoal. Man, I think they did a reprint. No, I'm thinking of Camerupt. I was thinking there was a fire Pokemon that they reprinted that was super powerful or playable. I believe it was Numel and or Numel and Camerupt, which he kind of looks like a Camerupt. Alright, cool. So congratulations on your Torkoal and Lightning Energy. I like the fact that you get 2 holos in every one of these packs. That's pretty sweet. Unless we've just happened to get lucky on every single pack. But I don't think that's the case. Alright, next up we have Eddie DP. He is a Charmander level. Thank you for that. His YouTube name is Eddie Perez. Congrats to the Card Economist, aka TCC, on his new house. I didn't hear about that, but congratulations, man. And he bought himself the exact same booster pack as the first one. So we're going to open that up and see what comes of it. Got a pretty good variety in this one. Been getting a lot more pack purchases lately. I mean, we do have quite a bit of variety, but I think also with people offering discounts, for channel memberships and stuff like that, it's giving people incentive. I'm going to sleeve up this back one too, because that should be where that energy is. Alright, so we have Curlia, another Cacnea, Onyx, Eevee, nice. Revealed that energy. Mysterious Fossil, another Cacnea. With this sleeve in here, it's hard for me not to pull it up. Kabuto. You also got a Lightning energy, but the swirl, I think, is going in the opposite direction. You guys could probably pause and rewind if you need to and check my math on that one, see if it is actually going the opposite direction. Here it is. Oh, nice. You got a Golem EX. So this one was printed on the English side in Dragon, EX Dragon, if I remember correctly. Wow. And this is Team Magma, Team Aqua. It's got a swirl right there. It's not a complete one, but it's definitely there. Very cool, man. So you got the first EX that I can think of from this box. I don't know how many you're supposed to get in a box, but you got one of them. You got the first one. And a lot of packs have been shipped sealed. Alright, next up we have two more of these Team Magma, Team Aqua packs. And this is for Stephen V. Shout out to you, Rusty, for what you do to the Pokemon community, and to a close friend and brother of mine, Billy. That's pretty cool. I'm really close to my brothers as well. I'm very close to the brother that I grew up with. And you guys who've been around for a little bit know that one of my brothers actually died last year. So I hope that all of you, if you have siblings, that you're all good with them. That everything is set straight. At the end of the day, family, I mean, it's a great asset to have. Here we go. We've got, what was that, Lileep? Oh, that's a nice artwork on the Growlithe there. Geodude, Dunsparce, Mysterious Fossil. Got the Belt, Whelmer, I believe that's Archie or Schemer. For your energy, you got yourself a Grass energy, nice. And then for your holo, oh, you got Crawdon. So Team Aqua's Crawdon. I believe we saw that one. We definitely saw it on the English side in Team Magma, Team Aqua. I can't remember if we saw it in the reprint, or a similar set reprint was like Double Crisis. It wasn't actually a reprint. Kind of like Team Rocket and then Team Rocket Returns. You know, it had some cards that were similar. I think both sets had cards like Dark Muck. So that should be the holo. So pack number 2 for Steven. Alright, there's our second Combuskin that we've seen. Ekans, Pineco, Cacnea. Got Onyx, Electrike, got Strength Charm, and a double Aqua Energy. And then for the first holo, we have the Psychic. Oh, this is a 4 swirl card, so it's not in the middle, but it's actually, you can see a swirl there, there, and there. So you actually got 4 swirls on yours. Really nice. And then for your holo, oh nice, you got Arcanine. It's always a good pull. And it's got a nice swirl by its tail. Very cool, man. Wow, I think your pulls are actually pretty good. Personally, my favorite would have to be that Arcanine, as I'm about to knock over Entei. And then next up we have Dark Explorers. We're opening up 4 of these. I think when I'm recording this, there's 2 art sets left. They've went pretty quickly. A lot of people have had their ships sealed. This is maybe the 3rd art set that we've opened up on the channel, if I'm remembering correctly. There's the code. Nice, you got Chansey, Vanillite, Sharon, Electric, Old Amber Aerodactyl. Got an Eevee, that's always good, Zorua. The reverse holo is Herdier, and the rare is Scrafty. So, I'd probably say Eevee's the best pull on that one, but nothing stand out in my opinion. I know there are collectors out there for just about every Pokemon. Got Woobat, Vullaby, Random receiver, Zorua. Oh, nice. Look at that Scyther. That's really cool artwork. Maybe it's just the green. I'm always partial to that green. Cluzel, Larvesta. Got a reverse holo, Hooligans, Jim, and Cass. Oh, nice. You got a holo. You got the Clink Lang, or Cling Clank. I'm not sure if you're supposed to say it as a compound word or split it up, or how you doing on that one. Alright, cool. So you're 1 for 2 so far. Pack number 3. Slowpoke, Timber, Scraggy, Joltik. Got a Slowbro. Twist Mountain. Oh, you got the Umbreon. Great uncommon. Joltik, Minun. Wow, that looks cool. Haxorus. I guess this was before the dragon type had come out. Guillotine and Stunning Uppercut. Looks like you'd want to have that on your side if you're in the game. Oh, you got 2 holos. You got the Volcarona. I'm going to sleeve up that Haxorus too. Something tells me that's a pretty decent card. I'm not sure about the Volcarona. Put 4 damage counters instead of 2 on your opponent's burn Pokemon between turns. What? Wow. May discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon or the defending Pokemon is now burned. Wow, this is good in a burn deck. Alright. Pack number 4. Let's see what you get. Drillbur. You got the other Eevee, Torchic, Lillipup, Zorua. You got an Eevee and a Vaporeon. Very nice. Twist Mountain. Chatot. Got the Reverse Hollow Electric. And finish off with the Escavalier. Or Escavalier. I went to middle school to the Eastburg Cavaliers. Alright guys, we still have 2 more packs to go. Thanks to Corey for letting us open up his Dark Explorers packs here on this video. Put these over here. And for those of you who stuck around, I do have an announcement at the end of this video. I know it's been pretty long, but the end of it will be definitely worth it. Especially if you buy into these booster packs. It'll be after this that I announce it. Alright, so this is from Mark S. He has 2 Gym Challenge booster packs. I believe the name is Bew or something like that. They're the ones who bought those heavy booster packs that were recently shown. Where you got the Dragonite and a few other things. Then he'd also bought a heavy Gym Challenge. I shipped that one out, and then basically everyone who had bought into the Gym Challenge First Edition packs, they were given an option for a discount, and I guess Mark, he picked up 2 more of these, and these are unweighed, so we're just going to see what we're going to get. Got the Energy, Sabrina's Psychic Control, Koga's Coughing. Oh, you got the Erica's Bulbasaur. Love that card. Misty's Magikarp, Blaine's Growlithe, and Brock's Protection. So you didn't get the holo in that one, but you did get Erica's Bulbasaur. I'm going to sleeve that one up because, I mean, I guess whatever your favorite card, that's what I should be sleeving up, right? But that Bulbasaur, it's always sweet. Pack number 2. We haven't pulled a Zard from this, but anyone who buys a pack, you actually have a chance of winning one. Because the consignee is giving away a PSA 7 First Edition Charizard, and I believe there's 8 packs left after these 2 that were bought. They got their video in, or they got their packs in right before I was recording this video. There's the Brock's Vulpix. This is the one that has a gold W printed on it as a promo. And then there's Sabrina's Jinx. Koga's Grimer, Misty's Magikarp. Oh, Koga's Beedrill. This is actually a big hit if it's in beautiful condition like we're hoping it is. Alright, let's look at it. So we got a holo. Koga's Beedrill is notorious for print lines. Yep, you can see it right there. I thought that was right there in that little circle, but that's actually like a little swirl. You know, it's not too detracting, but it's definitely there. I think PSA graders would pick up on it. And you got a white dot right here. Possibly a really small one there. Almost looks like an alignment dot. Very nice. So you got a holo Koga's Beedrill. Working out the grass Pokemon on this one. You got that and that Erica's Bulbasaur. Okay, and for those of you who have stuck around these 20 minutes, going through my rants and talking about this other stuff, you may have already saw where this was pulled out of the very first Japanese base set booster pack. And the consignee actually said what he wants to do is everyone who buys a pack, they're going to get 1 entry per pack that they purchase towards this entire pack's contents, which includes the Charizard that we pulled that has a swirl right over his head. And you know, I mean, that could be big. I mean, this is ungraded at the moment, but I think that if it was sent to PSA, it would get a 9. I think the condition is really a 10, but the centering, I believe, holds it back from getting that 10. And you know, that's never a guarantee. The backside actually looks a little bit better on the centering, if you ask me, but I didn't see any whitening on the edges. So this is a really nice pull. I mean, potentially there's another or more than one Charizard in the box. You may not get any more. Sometimes there's just one of a holo. Sometimes you get more than one. I mean, I've seen boxes without any of a particular holo from the set, but this is from the very first pack that was pulled out. So if you do end up buying a Japanese base set booster pack, you can buy 1, 2, 10. I mean, you can buy all of them if you want. You'll get 1 entry towards, you know, per pack towards winning this booster pack, which includes this Charizard that was pulled here on camera. So I think that was a pretty cool thing for him to do. I'll try to make an announcement on IG as well about it. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I know I did a lot more talking than I normally do. Had a few things that I wanted to go over because, you know, both these cards were big milestone accomplishments for me. And then we had a lot of good packs. So thanks for watching, and we'll have another one coming out very soon.